Something about Mr. Bean has always felt off. We laugh at his awkwardness, his silly behavior, his strange logic. But underneath that comedy, there is a loneliness so deep it almost feels intentional. Think about it. Mr. Bean lives alone. He eats alone. He celebrates his birthday alone. No mother ever calls him. No father ever visits. There are no family pictures on his walls, no relatives mentioned, not even once. For a character as iconic and universally loved as Mr. Bean, one question has never been answered. Where are his parents? And the truth might be darker and sadder than anyone expects. Because once you see the clues, you can't unsee them. In the animated series, there's an episode called The Long Lost Bean, and this episode changes everything. For the first time ever, Bean receives a letter. It's from a couple claiming to be his long-lost parents. They look like him. Same nose, same awkward smile, same Bean-like vibe. And for the first time, we see something in Bean that we've never seen before: belonging. He packs his bags without thinking, grabs Teddy, and travels across the country to meet them. But the moment he steps inside their mansion, something feels wrong. The house is full of photos of Bean as a baby, but Bean doesn't recognize any of them. No flashbacks, no memories, nothing. Every photo looks staged, almost too perfect, like the entire place was prepared for him last minute. And when Bean hugs these parents, his face doesn't light up. He looks confused. Because here's the first red flag. In every other episode of the show, Bean has zero connection to any family. He spends holidays alone, birthdays alone. And whenever he sees real families around him, he pauses, just for a moment, almost jealous, almost sad. Like something inside him remembers losing something, or someone. Throughout the episode, Bean tries to act like their child, but he doesn't know how. At dinner, he copies their every move. He doesn't know how to sit, how to talk, or how to behave. He acts like someone imitating what a son should be, not someone who is one. And as the fake parents show him photos and memories, Bean keeps looking around the house like he's searching for something that should be there, but isn't. At the end of the episode, when he returns home, he's relieved. Almost like he knew deep down those weren't his real parents. And the truth about his real ones is still out there. Or worse, maybe they abandoned him. Maybe they forgot him. Maybe something happened so traumatic that his mind buried it completely. Now here's where things get strange. In the very first episode of the cartoon, Mr. Bean falls from the sky, literally. A beam of light opens and he drops onto the street. No parents, no birth, no explanation, just Bean and Teddy. People call it slapstick comedy. But think about it. That's not a birth scene. That's an arrival. It's like he was placed into the world.
Until the next time.
According to creators, Mr. Bean was born sometime in the 1950s. If that's true, then in The Long Lost Bean, his parents should be in their 70s or 80s. But in the episode, they look barely older than him. Same wrinkles, same clothes, same expressions, almost like clones. And those photos of Bean at different ages, they look wrong. Different outfits, different eras, different backgrounds. Not memories, fabrications. It's like someone constructed a fake childhood for Bean. Maybe to keep him from asking questions. Maybe to give him something he's always wanted: a family. Throughout the series, Bean treats Teddy like a living being. He feeds him, celebrates his birthday, talks to him, sleeps beside him. This isn't played for laughs. This is displaced attachment. A real psychological response where abandoned children replace caregivers with toys or imaginary friends. Teddy isn't a toy. Teddy is the closest thing to a parent Bean has ever had. He isn't childish. He's traumatized. Bean isn't rude. He's socially untrained. He wasn't taught how to communicate, how to share, how to behave. Everything he does, from eating alone to isolating himself to sabotaging relationships, is exactly how abandoned or neglected children act as adults. Even in Mr. Bean's holiday, he travels across Europe desperate for connection. But every time someone gets close, he pushes them away. Almost like he's terrified of being abandoned again. So what really happened? Maybe Bean's parents didn't die. Maybe they lost him, forgot him, or left him somewhere. A hospital, an orphanage, and his brain erased the trauma. Maybe that's why the show begins with a beam of light. Not birth, but rebirth. Mr. Bean wasn't born into a family. He was found alone, and he has stayed alone ever since. He walks the world like a lost child in an adult's body, still waiting for someone to call him son. And no one ever does. So next time you laugh at Mr. Bean, remember he isn't just comedy. He's tragedy disguised as laughter. A story of abandonment, loneliness, and survival. And the long-lost Bean wasn't a reunion. It was a reminder that somewhere out there, the people who were supposed to love him never did. Please don't just scroll away. If you liked this theory or if you're interested in more theories, subscribe. Every like and every comment help keep these theories alive.